Hey, oh, woo! What's going on, guys? I don't know if my mic or audio is working. I decided to do this real quick stream. I can only be probably 45 minutes to an hour. I got to get off here. I got to go to work. But no one's really joined. I was literally just doing a last minute thing here. I know my video is not working. I don't know what's going on with that. And I could be having trouble possibly with my audio. But if anybody's on here, which nobody is, and that's hilarious, let me know if the audio's okay. It's probably not, because I know I've been having trouble. I should have probably did a quick test, but it is what it is. But I wanted to do this quick live here. I was going through some Twitter stuff, and the discussion was Tracy Walker. Now, my thing with Tracy Walker is, he's been with the Lions for 4 years. Matt Patricia apparently misused this guy, which I think he did too. I do agree with this, that he was used more as a box safety, where in college he was more of a free safety, making some plays, playmaker. Now, Tracy Walker, obviously come to Detroit. We just said it. Patricia misused him, blah, blah, this and that. We can all, I think, agree on that. Now, my whole thing with Tracy Walker is he's a free agent, right? One person in the building. I wonder who it is. I don't know who that is. Tracy Walker's a free agent now. There's talks about coming back and signing this guy. Now, if we're going to sign this guy, tell me, whoever's in the building, Chrome, hey, what's up, Chrome? Can you hear me okay, or is my mic destroyed? I didn't do a test before I got on, which I should have. I just wanted to get this out of the way. What's up, Run Pride 40? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me clear, because I know you can't. I know I couldn't. My microphone was all jacked up last week. You can hear? Okay. That's cool, guys. That's cool, because I know I that's why I couldn't get on One Pride last week on Thursday with Micro Mike. I couldn't get on because I've been having some computer issues and some audio and visual issues. Like I can't even get my ugly mug up on the screen, man. It's only I can only put my avatar up. I don't know what's going on with that. I got to figure that out too. But this is like the second week in a row, but that's okay. I like that. But I wanted to do this stream, guys. I know there's only a few of us in here, but that's okay. Don't forget to like, share, and tell everybody to like and subscribe. That would be great. But I can only do this. I can only do this for about 45 minutes to an hour. I don't know if I can even do that long, because I do have to work. But like I said, I was on Twitter, and and the talk is about Tracy Walker, and I respect a lot of the Detroit journalists. The guys on Twitter, guys like Eric Schlitt, Risden, Reisman, all those guys. Jeremy, I totally respect all those guys. But Eric came out with a piece on Tracy Walker about how he was misused in Detroit by Matt Patricia. I totally agree. I totally agree with Eric there. Eric had a good conversation on Twitter. Like, it was just back and forth, and we were good. It was nice having a nice adult conversation for once on Twitter. But he was coming out saying that Tracy Walker misused. Totally agree. My whole thing with Tracy Walker is I don't want them to pay him a lot of money. Now, Eric came out and said, well, I understand that you guys want production and you want this, you want that, but this new regime, hey, what's going on, C? But this new regime focuses on like leadership and knowledge of the game first. Almost like he was like putting that above playmaking skills. Maybe he wasn't, but that's how I kind of took it. So I was like, well, you can't okay, he was misused under Patricia. He was 3 years playing in the box. I get it. His 4th year, he was, Aaron Glenn comes in with, Aubrey Pleasant, and they say, well, okay, well, we need to make this kid a free safety. I do agree with you, One Pride, 100%. I agree with that 100%. I do. But this year, he played some free safety, and I didn't see, personally, from my point of view, this is from me. Now, if you guys saw something different, that's fine. But me, when I seen him play, I didn't see a difference of him being a box safety. What I think Tracy Walker is, okay, what I think he is, he's a box safety. I think that's what he is in the NFL. In college, he wasn't. He was more of a playmaker. Now, we can point our fingers at Patricia, and that's fine. He was misused. I get it. But his first year with Aaron Glenn and Aubrey Pleasant, he played free safety. I didn't see a difference in his playmaking. He's not a playmaker. I don't think he's a playmaker. He's a big hitter. He's a sure tackler. He's one of those guys. He plays the run okay, but he doesn't make plays. 108 tackles. That's great. I do like that. That, to me, though, is not a playmaking safety that should be getting paid a lot of money. I keep hearing that this guy's going to get paid north of $10 million. I think that's ludicrous. I like Tracy Walker. I really do. This is the thing. I'm not bashing on Tracy Walker, but when I look at a safety, a free safety, I want a guy that's going to make plays. And when I say make plays, I'm talking about a lot of pass deflections. He doesn't need to have 10 plus interceptions a year, which would be nice, but I don't think it's the reality. I don't think it's the reality of it. The guy's got two interceptions in 4 years, whatever he has. I don't know if he's got any forced fumbles. I don't know if he has any fumble recoveries. He might have one or two of those, but he's not a playmaker to me. So, and people want him back. I'm on the fence with Tracy Walker, big time. I'm on the fence with him. I want him back, but I don't want him back north of $7 million. I think he's going to get more money. So a team is going to pay more money. Now, I was told that, like I said, this new regime values leadership, knowledge, and all that over anything else at that position. I personally have never heard anything like that. I've never heard anything like that before, that a team values leadership over playmaking in one position. I've just never heard that. I just hope that this regime isn't. It almost seemed like Eric Schlitt was like alluding to this regime that they were going to pay him a little bit more than what he was worth. It almost felt like that's what he was going to say. Like, expect it, Mark. Like, expect them to pay him, because he is a leader. I'm not going to deny that. Apparently, they're scratching the surface with him, and they expect more. I get all that, but I'm just skeptical. That's all. This is not a shot on Eric Schlitt, because I love his work. I'm proud of Detroit. Those guys are great, man. They put out some good articles. You don't have to agree with everything they say, though. Just like you don't have to agree with me. But hey, what's going on there, Vash? How you doing, buddy? Value production over anything. Yeah, well, not according to some people, bro. Not according to some people, One Pride. Just letting you know. This is why I wanted to get this. I probably should have did this stream earlier, but that's okay. So I'm just really skeptical about giving a lot of money to Tracy Walker. And I know he deserves a pay raise, because I think he's making by NFL standards, he's making peanuts. What's going on, Chris Kaba? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Jamal. Exactly. I think Jamal Adams is a better athlete. He gets to the quarterback. You know what I mean? He wraps up a ton of tackles. He's got some pass rush ability. His timing is impeccable, but he's terrible in pass coverage. Jamal Adams. And he gets like 16, 17 million, like you said. Yeah, he gets paid way too much money. Now, I don't even think Tracy Walker is Jamal Adams' skill set. I don't even think he's close to Jamal Adams. But Jamal Adams does some things that Tracy Walker doesn't do. Now, we need to be. I don't think he's. And I'm not saying that the Lions are going to pay Tracy Walker $16+ million. There's not a chance. I believe you, brother. I believe you, One Pride. I totally do. I totally do. And I heard that, and I do. I believe that. I'm just telling you what I was told on Twitter, that for some reason this at the safety position, they value leadership more than production or something. I was kind of shocked when he came out and said that. I was just a little bit. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, that to me is weird. I've never heard anything like that in my life. So I just want this regime to be careful with what they pay Jamal Adams. I hope it's not anything over $7 million and over. And I have a feeling he's going to get paid more money. He's going to be asking for more than $6-7 million more a year. I'm hoping that this regime can at least. I'm shutting off these lights, guys. So if you hear me fading away, I'm not fading away. Just getting up. I'm in the dark now because I don't have any visuals, so there's no need for me to have my podcast lights on. But that is just like, it worries me a bit. And I'm not the type of guy. You guys know this. I think I've explained this before. I'm not a big believer in the cap. I think the cap's a joke. You can manipulate the cap with so many different ways. This is why they hire complete experts called capologists who can manipulate the cap. That's simple. That's what they do. They manipulate the cap. So I've never really been a guy going, oh, we got $40 million. Like, let's just spend. You can spend. You can figure it out. These guys figure it out. So it's not about really the cap for me. It's just about, if you're going to give a guy millions upon millions of dollars, yeah, Mike Disner's the cap guy. Yeah, he's a capologist, and he figures out how to get under, how to manipulate the cap, and they're perfectionists at it, and they're professionals. So that's good. I just want this regime to be careful with this Tracy Walker news, man. Like, I know he wants to come back apparently, but I've also been reading that he's going to test free agency, and I believe that he's going to be asking for more than $6-7 million more. I think he's going to be asking for it. I think he's going to be asking for 10 and more. Yeah, man, it's going on, brother. Going on, madness. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit early. I got to work later, so I decided to get on here. I wasn't gonna really do it, but I was going through Twitter, and I was told some things, and I just wanted to kind of get it off my chest. That's all, man. Just some fun stuff about Tracy Walker. Let him walk. Don't pay him the big bucks. It just all depends how much the big bucks is, man. If they're gonna go over 7, 8, if they're gonna go 7, 8, 9, I'm out on that. Like, if this new regime thinks he's some type of playmaking guy, though, who am I to judge? Who am I to cast my judgment on that? But I'm just skeptical about it. I want a guy that's going to come in here and make a difference. And I don't know if he's going to be a guy that's going to make a difference. If he's going to be a guy that's going to make a difference, like that's all well and good that he can that he wraps up tackles, but that's not a playmaker to me, especially when he's tackling the guy 7-8 yards down the field. And I'm not saying the run defense is on Tracy Walker, but he's a part of it. He's a part of the problem here on defense, and they need to clean that up. But they need to clean up a lot of stuff. So I'm not putting it on Tracy Walker. I just don't want to see this new regime drop a ton of money into a guy's lap that's just going to be a guy that's going to wrap up a bunch of tackles every year and not make plays, game-changing plays. That's all. What's going on, Kenneth Womack? How you doing, bro? John Doe. We go with Kayvon Thibodeau the way, a big box. That's who I want, brother. That's the guy that I'm still on. Hutchinson's my number 2 guy. He kind of took over for me for Kyle Hamilton. I got Kyle Hamilton at 3 now. So, but I'm still on the Kayvon train, man. The Kayvon. Is it Kayvon or Kayvon? I think it's Kayvon. But yeah, man, he's a guy that I like. What's going on, Plan B? Family's good, brother. Family's really good, my man. Kids are getting big. Everything's good, brother. Everything's good. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's healthy. Season done. Baseball time soon. Is baseball even gonna? Yeah, but is baseball even gonna happen? Baseball even gonna happen? I'm a little bit worried. Unless you got some news that I haven't heard of, Madness. Let's hear it, brother. Freaking love it. I've been working third shift. Oh, I hate the third shift, bro. Midnights is rough. I did it for years, man. I did it for years. I hope to never ever do it again. But if it ever comes back, like I was always the guy that was fine doing it. I'm a late guy anyways. I could stay up. I can stay up till 5 in the morning with no problem. And I don't need any kind of substance to make me to make me stay up. I can just stay up. I'm a night owl. But I hated the third shift, man. It's a very toxic shift. I always found it to be very toxic. Chris Cobb always knowledge. With the coach speaking how he did on the safety, gave me a gut feeling we nabbing one in free agency. I know the system transition, Okuda there and draft a cheap one in the mid lane. I agree with you, Chris. I think I've been on this. I've been on the Marcus Williams train for a long time. He's the definition of a playmaking safety. You know, got the picks. You know, he's a little bit of a ball hawk. He's more of a ball hawk. He's not the most physical safety, Marcus Williams, but he'll put his nose in there. He's not as physical as Tracy Walker. That's why I think Tracy Walker is a box safety in the NFL. Apparently he's not, though. Apparently this new regime doesn't think he is. I think Matt Patricia had him at box. I honestly think, I kind of believe that Patricia ruined this team. Let's get that. Let's not forget that. But he might be a box safety. Tracy Walker might be a box safety until he proves otherwise. You know, I didn't see it in year 4. Year 4, he was playing free safety. I didn't see it. I didn't see the playmaking ability. You know, I seen the big hits. I seen him playing the run a little better than normal. I think he's more of a box safety. That's just my opinion. I just don't want to pay him big money, man. All going to be speculating for the 6 weeks, however long till the draft. I get you, buddy. What's going on, Zaquan? How you doing, buddy? I like both those guys, bro. I like Hamilton. He's my third guy. He's my third option at number 2. I still got Kayvon and Hutch. Hutch actually overlapped Hamilton for me, and I love Karlaftis. I think he's I think he's a beast. Maybe we can get him paired up back with Derek Barnes, and we can see what happens there. We need pass rusher, wide receivers. Yeah, guys, for sure, man. Ask me some questions, guys, if you want. You know, I'm only going to be doing this for another probably no longer than 3 o'clock because I'm going to have to get Holland to get to work. Hamilton, you think might drop to 32? Ooh, no, man. Hamilton's going top 10, bro. Probably top 5. Hamilton's not going to. No, he won't drop to 32, dude. That's crazy. We're going to nab a defensive end, defensive tackle, middle linebacker, outside linebacker. All those receivers slipped in there somewhere. We need a lot, man. There's a lot of guys that we need, Chris, and that's why I wouldn't be surprised if this everybody wants Brad Holmes to trade back. I think it's every year we want this, right? Every fan expects a trade back, and it's easier said than done. But we need to nab extra picks somehow. We got, I think, 10 on the year. I think we got 10 right now. Confirmed 10, I believe. So who knows? Or you meant the one holdout? I see it still happening. Haven't they been talking about out every past 3, then make it happen? I know they talked the other day about the baseball holdout, man. The meeting was an hour, bro. That's a bad look. So they got nothing done there. What's up, Go Lions? How you doing, brother? How you doing, man? What up, though? We need Kyle Hamilton and safety. Oh yeah, man. Well, yeah. Well, Kyle Hamilton is a safety, my brother. Kyle Hamilton is a safety. We need a couple of safeties, man. I like Carla. I think we can get lucky, get him at 32. So get Thibault and Carla. That'd be nuts, man. Yeah, Karlaftis might slip a little bit. I still see him going in the 20s, though. I kind of see him going in the 20s, but you never know. They say he's one of the most pro-ready defensive ends coming out. So who knows? We need a true free safety. Dax Hill might be the fastest player in the draft. I don't really know what his 40 is. I don't know his 40. I got to look more into him. I like Dax. From what I'm reading, though, and from watching Dax over the years, because he's from Michigan, he's versatile. I think he can even play a little bit of corner in the NFL. Okuda, dang, what is going to happen with that guy? Hey, man, I think he's rehabbing. Hopefully he's ready for the start of the season. April, June or July, whatever, when we start getting camps going. And hopefully he's ready by then. I think they're going to keep him at corner for now until he shows that he can't play corner. That's my guess. I wouldn't be mad at Karlaftis or Hamilton, but I'm extremely high in Hamilton. I like Hamilton, man. 6'4", 220-something pounds. Runs like the wind. Ball hawk. I like him. No, he's not dropping that far. Our D-line only healthy about 5% of the time. I think they hit that hard and get rid of the part-timers. I hope so, dude. I want some health, man. I want health. That's why I'm all over the Kevon Thibodeau and Aiden Hutchinson, Karlaftis. I like Cameron Thomas. Those are all the guys that could possibly become Detroit Lions. You think we trade back at 32? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do, man. We could possibly trade up. They might even trade up with that 32 and package a second-round pick. They might. If they really, really covet a guy, you grab that 32 pick and that 34, whatever, 35, wherever we're at next, trade up and go get somebody. You're losing a draft pick, but if you really want a guy that you really like and you can maybe possibly move up into the the teens, maybe get lucky. I don't know. You might have to package some more picks, but I think I think Brad Holmes, he even said it at the Senior Bowl, which I love. He said it with a smirk. He's like, I'm not afraid to make moves. So he's like, that. I think he was talking to Mike Payton, another Twitter guy that's a journalist. So I've actually gotten into it with Mike a couple times, but he's all right. What 27 teams right now need safety? Just one or I have no idea, bro. I really couldn't tell you. That's a good question. That is a very, very good question. It's much easier in Madden. Safety is a safe pick, though. I think, yeah, especially at 2. If you're going to take one at 2, you better hope that he's the guy. You better hope that he's the guy. Kyle Hamilton seems like he could be that guy, right? Our second, third, and fourth pick, like you said, we have a lot of needs. I keep bouncing around on who they'll pick. Yeah, I'll tell you, I think they're picking Aiden Hutchinson if he's there. That's who I think they're picking. I want Thibodeau, but I think Hutchinson's their guy. I just think they need to make sure that, this kid's been in Michigan his whole life. That's the problem, okay? They got to make sure that he's okay with staying in Michigan. Like, they have to make sure of that because he might not want to be in Detroit. He might not want to. He might want to. He might want to spread his wings and get out of here. Now, I'm not saying he's not going to try if he becomes a Detroit Lion, but you better sit the kid down and say, "Listen, man, we love you at 2." If they love him, and say, "This is like, are you sure you want to be here?" Because this kid was born and raised in Michigan. Born and raised. Has been here his whole life. Does he want to be a Detroit Lion? You have to really make sure. You got to be careful with getting those hometown kids, man. I'm telling you, because you just never know. Lions team is going to do the division. I guarantee that. Win the division? Let's not make any guarantees, my friend. I like your thoughts on John Ridgway. I want him like Sunday dinner. That's the big tackle, right? The big defensive tackle. I like that kid, man. I have to do a little more homework on that guy, but I know he's a monster, and I know he's got some motor for a big man. I know he got banged up in the Senior Bowl, but he came back and played. That's a guy that I have to look more into, but I do know who John Arkansas, right? Is it Arkansas? Big kid, humongous kid. If he falls in the 20th, I'm making phone calls for sure. No one lines I might draft quarterback or wideout first pick, though. Hope not. I can almost probably guarantee you they're not going to take a wide receiver. Madness. Quarterback. I still don't think they're doing a quarterback at number 2. Unless they fall in love with somebody, unless they really think that Malik Willis is that guy, because they got to look at they got a close look at him, right? I think he's the only guy that they really got to look at that's even remotely to be even thought of in the top 5. I don't think that kid's getting drafted in the top 5 though. I just don't. You better hope to God that he is the next Josh Allen if you take him at 2, because Brad Holmes will never live that down. But I wouldn't use I wouldn't use the 2023 Rams pick because need that for a quarterback. I get that too. Hopefully the LA Rams fall apart. Flowers could be. It's just his contract kind of scares me. He's the gambler. He is a gambler, man. I think if we get Hamilton, it'll be based on who we get in free agency. Yeah. I still think they're going after Marcus Williams. The connection's just there, man, with Aaron Glenn and Dan Campbell. I just think the connection's there, and they might drop a little bit of money to go get him. He's a little bit of a playmaking safety. He can intercept the ball. You know, that's what I think they need. They need a guy out there that can make some plays. You think Holmes is all in on Goff? Well, I know they are this year, man. I know they're very much into him this year. So it's either make or break for Goff, in my opinion. But who knows what this team does? But I think it's make or break. Yeah, the Ironhead Jr., right? Ironhead Jr. I hope they don't draft a fullback. I'll be very upset. But even Campbell said it himself. He's more than just a fullback. You know, he could probably use that tight end too. But I hope they don't draft the fullback, man. Really, you can grab a fullback in free agency, man, or you can go get one as an undrafted free agent. What do you think about ditching as many 5-7 round picks as a tackle to move up around 50 to get Austin Pierce? Ridgway is from Arkansas, 6'8". Yeah, Arkansas. I don't know if I want. I don't know, man. I'm not sure if I want to. If I want to give away a bunch of picks. Austin Pierce, a good player, but I'm not too sure about giving away. Like you want to give away three rounds to get him? Man, that's a little pricey. It's a little pricey, bro. A lot of teams like to ride with veteran safety, draft young to see, for sure. Definitely a safe way. Yeah, this safety class isn't that bad either, man. So there's some guys that could be took in this draft. It's just you just got to dig a little bit deeper. You know what I mean? Fullback like kickers go late rounds unless they like McPherson. Yeah. McPherson, what he drafted in the 5th round by Cincinnati. Kid's a stud. Had him in my fantasy squad. Had him on one of my fantasy teams, anyways. I know it would be nice to have a Spartan on this team. Hey, man. Sparty up, buddy. Sparty up, man. Sparty up. I like Hayward, man. He's tough. He's a tough-nosed kid. His dad was a monster. He's a monster. Runs the ball well. He's tough. I didn't really see him catch the ball too much at Michigan State. I don't know if he really has that ability. I'm sure he does, but we'll see. No, Mark, we have 6 picks. Oh yeah, in rounds 5 and 7. That's right. We're doubling up, right? We're doubling up in the 7th for sure, right? We got 7. We got 2 7-round picks. Do we have two in each round, 5, 6, and 7? Is that what you're saying? I know we have 2 thirds. We have 2 third-round picks, right? Do we have? I don't know, man. You're gonna have to tell me, man. The free agency safety quarterback this year going to be looking like? Looking like. Yeah, you know what, man? There's some players coming out, man, in this free agency. It's going to be a nice free agent class, man. It's nice. Edge class. Oh yeah. Oh, I think the edge is very deep. The edge is super deep, man. There's a lot of good players coming out this year. There's a lot of good football players coming out this year. I've been looking at some. Jermaine Johnson. I know a lot of people don't like him. Cameron Thomas is another guy. There's guys, man. There's guys. You just got to dig deep. You know, there's some tweeners in there too. It is deep. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So we got like 6 picks through 5 through 7. Yeah. You know, and you want to give up at least 3 of those picks to get that kid, Austin Pierce? I don't know, man. I don't know. He caught the ball? Okay, I didn't know that, man. I did not know that. That's good. As long as he's got some athletic ability, man, that's all I care about. You know what I mean? Boy Mafe, yeah. Raw Detroit just came out. Raw Detroit, and I think Avery Giovanni came out with some stuff on that Boy Mafe kid. Ebekiete. I don't know if I'm saying it right. That's a kid from Penn State, right? I think. I haven't really looked at him. Boy Mafia, I've been kind of keeping an eye on. So is about 7. This draft. Drafted me NFL safety. I think the coaches see that too. If we get the guy they know from the Saints, we won't get Hamilton because we can double down for the cheap. Yeah, Marcus Williams is from the Saints. That's the kid that I like. I think a lot of people kind of expecting him to be a Detroit Lion. Now you just got to like be on board with it, right? So he's got to be on board with coming to the D, man. That's the next big step for this organization, guys. You know, we can say all these names, all these top free agents, and say they need to get this guy. Remember who we're rooting for, right? Remember what team we root for. We root for the Detroit Lions, and it's not an easy get, man. Especially really good football players that know that this is probably still you can't build long in the NFL. You have to make it quick. Like you have to make it quicker than it's not like a baseball build. Is what I'm trying to really say. It's not like a baseball build. Baseball builds take a little bit longer because it just does. Football, you know, it can take a couple of years, but look at the Bengals, man. I'm not saying we're the Bengals at all because I don't think we have even close to what the Bengals have on their roster. But look what they did. They won like 3 or 4 games the year before. Then they went out and bought a defense. They brought in like 5, 6 guys, it felt like, and got their defense to around middle of the pack, maybe a little bit worse. I think they were 18th overall. Not bad. They had the offensive weapons, obviously. You got Mixon, you got every kind of wide receiver you want. You got big, small, fast. You got you got the contested catches, guys. They have a good offense. They're set on offense, except for that O-line. That O-line's absolutely horrific. But if they can go out, man, and they can spend a little bit of money this year and convince players to come here, that'd be nice. But we don't have a Joe Burrow. You know, like some of these guys are going to want to have to see the players like, okay, like, you know, I'll be playing with this guy, I'll be playing with that guy. We'll see. That's going to be the tough part, man, about bringing guys here. We don't have a quarterback. We don't have a quarterback. And I'm not comparing. I'm just saying the Bengals went out and drafted good, and then they went out and bought a defense. That could be the blueprint, man, for struggling teams. It's just that we don't have a Joe Burrow, right? So it's tough. He does what I thought he needed to slim down a little. Who are we talking about? Who needs to slim down? I know I need to slim down. So happy for number 9. So am I. I'm happy for number 9 too. I think it's hilarious, the hate for that guy. I really do. Some people are getting really, really into their feelings about him. Like a little bit too much. Like you can blame everybody. You can blame everybody about whose fault it was when number 9 was here. You know, he gets the blame for sure. Defense gets a lot of the blame. Not having a running game to even sniff here. You know, if you want to call Reggie Bush and Joyke Bell threats, have fun with that. I don't think they were, even though they were probably the best that number 9 ever had here. Reggie just barely passed 1,000, and Joyke had like 500 one year. They had like I think they were ranked like the 18th running game here. So him going over first year leaving the Detroit Lions, I think is hilarious. I think it's absolutely friggin' hilarious. And it just makes this organization look more pathetic than what they actually really are. That's my whole thing. I've been fighting with dudes for 30. We're still fighting. I'm still fighting with dudes about Matt Stafford. The goalposts just keep getting moved over and over and over again. Oh, but he had this. I had a guy tell me yesterday on Twitter that Matt Stafford, okay, is playing. Okay, this is not new. This is what a lot of haters say, that's a super team. That's a super team. Okay, so when Stafford went there, let's talk about the super team. Let's talk about it, okay? You went to a team. Cooper Kupp was your number 1 wide receiver, who's not a superstar, by the way. Got turned into one this year. And absolutely turned into a superstar this year. Robert Woods isn't a superstar. Tyler Higbee wasn't a superstar. Cam Akers, Darrell Henderson are not superstars. You know who a superstar is on that team? Aaron Donald. Jalen Ramsey is supposedly the best quarterback in the league, but he got his ass kicked during the playoffs. Jalen Ramsey. He got beat up all playoffs long, man. He did. He got turned around a lot. He didn't really make a lot of plays. Ramsey. He made did he have a picker? He had one pick, I think, against the Niners. Was it the Niners he had a pick against? He wasn't good. He wasn't good. He's supposed to be one of the best, but he got exposed a lot in his playoffs. Von Miller, superstar. They got him middle of the year. OBJ was a malcontent. Nobody wanted him. People were throwing him into the river. Nobody wanted to trade for him. Nobody wanted to pick him up. Rams took a shot, gave him some money. Not a lot. So don't tell me that the LA Rams, don't tell me that the LA Rams were a superstar team, because they're not. They have some superstars on their team, yes. They do. Aaron Donald and Von Miller. Those guys are superstars. But everybody, all the haters love oh man, it's a super team. Oh, you think Matthew Stafford is a bag of garbage, but he won a Super Bowl, throwing the ball to Bryce Hopkins, some kid named Skawarnik. I don't know what, I probably not been saying the kid's name right. Kendall Blanton. Van Jefferson. Come on, man. So I'm happy for number 9. I think he deserved it. If I was Brad Holmes, like I said, I'd be taking this personally. This is what I'd be taking personally. And I'm not mad at Brad Holmes for getting rid of him, because he wanted out. Matthew Stafford wanted out. And I think Brad Holmes got the best deal he thought he could get. 3 picks and a player, as opposed to the Carolina pick, where everyone says, well, you should have took 8 and Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is pure garbage. So is Goff. I don't see much difference in those two. I really don't. There's not much difference. Teddy's a little bit more athletic. He can use his legs a bit. He probably doesn't throw as many interceptions, obviously, and he's a better ball security guy. But they're both pretty much the same quarterback. There's no difference. There's really no difference there. So we got to let that trade play out, man. We don't even know what's going to happen with 32. We don't know what's going to happen in 2023. So to all the haters that hate on Stafford, grow up, man. Grow up. You have to grow up. You have to realize that we had a guy here and the old regimes GMs couldn't do anything to build around him. And when we finally had a chance to build around him, guys would just leave. Contracts would come up. People would retire. People just didn't want to be here. People didn't want to play for Matt Patricia. People didn't want to play for certain coaches here. People loved Caldwell, though. The players did love. They probably never should have got rid of Caldwell, but him getting fired, I think was okay, because I think they needed the guy that could get him over the hump. Like, he would get him right there. But the hiring of Matt Patricia was the worst thing one of the worst things ever possible. So don't hate on Matt Stafford for wanting to leave. 12 years he was here, man, and he literally bled and broke his body for this organization. He never quit on us. He never quit on this team, or he would have left. He could have got big money from any other team on his second contract. He could have. But he chose to stay here because he wanted to win here. And I think they were close in that one. It started getting close in 2013, 2014. They started getting close, but then the team just got split up. The band broke up. That's what happened. And I think that really hurt their chances. Not just Matt Stafford's, but Kelvin's, everybody. Sue wanted out. So you can't get mad at Stafford for wanting to leave. And we've seen what he's capable of doing in LA. He was doing those things as a Detroit Lion, but it was just never talked about, man. It was just, he was doing the exact same things in LA that he was doing here for 12 years. And people, and you go put on ESPN and you put on and you put on everything else, any kind of sports channel, and they act like Matthew Stafford is brand new. They act like he's brand new. I'm going to give my props to Good Morning Football today. Peter Schrager had a segment going. This isn't brand new. Stafford's been doing this for 13 years, and he was showing all the Lions highlights of him making the no-look passes and the beautiful passes that he was making. He was doing that crap in Detroit. And I'm glad Peter Schrager pointed out. Peter Schrager has always been a Matt Stafford guy. And it's funny because it makes Kyle Brandt look like a complete idiot because he's bashed Stafford forever. But Kyle Brandt did man up a couple days ago and said, I take back everything I said about him, man. He's like, I was all over him. He's like, I didn't think he had it in him. He was at least man enough. He was at least one guy that was man enough to do it because nobody else will. Every other journalist, all of them, don't want to give Stafford props. There's still guys out there saying, hey, there's still guys out there saying, hey, man, let's move the goalposts a little bit more. Let's keep moving the goalposts. Stafford had this. Stafford had Cooper Kupp. Don't tell me Cooper Kupp was a damn superstar before he came there, because he wasn't. Go look at his numbers. I think his best year was 1,100 yards. Was a year before or 2 years before? He had almost 2,000 yards this year. Yeah, there was an extra game, but a bunch of touchdowns. You know what I mean? And you know I'm right, Avery Giovanni. You know I'm right, brother. So, hey, man, props to number 9, baby. Props to number 9. We had the talent here, man. We had it. And I'm not saying that Stafford is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm not saying that he's an elite quarterback. I'm not even saying any of that. I've never said that. I think he will eventually get into the Hall of Fame, though. Eventually. I think I don't think his work is done. I don't know if he's ever going to win another bowl because it's hard to get back there. But I think he's going to have the numbers. The numbers will be there. And I don't care about the Pro Bowls. I think all pros mean a lot more, and he's got none of those. So that's going to hurt him. And him being in Detroit for 12 years is going to probably hurt him. It will. And there's a lot of journalists, man. These guys are hard-headed. They won't budge on these players. But the good thing about Stafford is that he was a good player, got the numbers, good kid, was never bad to the media. So that helps him right there too, because journalists are so damn butthurt all the time. They're just butthurt. They won't put anybody in the Hall of Fame. Like took so long to put T.O. in there, which is absolutely ridiculous. Terrell Owens. The guy should have been first ballot Hall of Fame. But journalists are so uptight that they're pooping diamonds. They're so uptight that these guys, man. I'm fired up. Fired up. This is Cup's breakout season. Sure, what's going on, Raw Detroit? How you doing, buddy? Raw Detroit, man. Make sure you go see my boy, man, and his draft prospects. Go to his video, like and subscribe. If you want to know about draft prospects, Raw Detroit, baby. Thanks, bro. I'm all fired up. You know, I'm sweating. I'm sweating right now, Raw. I got to jump in the shower soon. I got to go to work. I don't want to. Kay Adams is even worse about Stafford, and Adam Rank is awful too. Yeah. I don't even remember really Kay saying too much. I remember Adam Rank, man. He's a Chicago Bears fan, so I expected that from him. Woo! I had some fun there. That was fun. Pistons do suck. We need to learn how to get the talent and win with it as well in the city of Detroit. 100%, man. We do, man. We do. Diamonds. Pooping out diamonds, Vash. That's what those journalists be doing, bro. Yeah, I'm on early today, buddy, because I'm not going to be home. I'm not going to be home tonight. So, yeah. I decided to do it. It was kind of last minute, too. I wasn't even going to do it, but I can't go past 3 o'clock because I have to get out of here soon. The haters think if you hit 90 home runs but don't win the pennant, you suck. It's true, man. It's just facts, man. When you come to Detroit, man, it's like you have to be Superman. Like you have to be Superman to win here. And I'm just hoping one day that we can have a collective unit that can just win. You know, we talk about winners all the time. And we've had great players coming through this city. We've had some great players coming out through this city, man, and it's amount to nothing. Like, look at the guys we've had. Barry Sanders, Herman Moore, Robert Porcher, Chris Spielman, those type of players, they deserve to win. They deserve to win. Calvin Johnson, another guy. Like you come here, man, and you we literally retired two of the best players on earth. You know how rare that is? You know how rare that is? Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson, two of the best to ever play. Calvin Johnson, freak, 6'5", 240 pounds, can run like the wind, can jump through the gymnasium. He's got a wingspan like a damn dinosaur. And he retired early because his organization just couldn't do anything. Barry Sanders, same thing. Just couldn't cut it anymore. Just couldn't do it. Now, I don't know if we just got two guys that just, went through the motions, but they wanted to win here. Those two guys wanted to win. I want a team that's going to come. I just want this regime to be the one. Get the players, build the culture. When you build culture, man, you got to win, though. We can talk about culture all you want, but if you want to build a winning culture, win. That's it. Winning culture, win. That's it. I don't care about good guys and team, like camaraderie. You need all that, but win games, man. Because there's guys that have won championships that don't like each other. It's a fact. You build a culture by winning. Start winning. What's going on, Micro Mike, man? How you doing? Woo! Fired up today, buddy. I decided to do a late, or an early show before work because I've seen some stuff on Twitter about Tracy Walker and I wanted to get it off my chest. Red Wings, I want to see like 90 wings again for sure. I can eat 90 chicken wings, by the way. Matthew Stafford, Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, Hannibal Sanchez. Well, I don't know if I put Sanchez in there. JD Martinez, Ian Kinsler, you mean? All went out of Detroit. Oh, okay, they all did? Okay, I know what you're saying. Who does Sanchez win with? Tampa Bay? Is it Tampa Bay? I know Stafford, obviously Verlander, Houston, Scherzer, Nashville, JD with Boston, Ian Kinsler. Who did Kinsler win with? Boston too? I forget. All went out of Detroit. All good players, man. All good players. And again. The Niners need to keep the top. That's the problem, Alan Dana. Thanks for joining. That's the problem. They can't keep talent here. I was hoping for Rams would lose because now the sports media is going to dump all over Detroit for the next year. You know what? The funny thing is, man, Dan, I actually thought that too, but I've been watching ESPN the last couple of days. They're not even saying a word. They're not even saying a word about Detroit. They're focusing on like 2023, and they're focusing heavy on the Rams. They're not saying much about us, man, which is good. You know, you're going to hear it mostly from this fan base, and you're going to hear it from this sports town, like the media guys, the radio guys. 97 won the ticket. They won't stop. They won't stop bashing. But everyone else, you know, they've been pretty cool. You must win football games. See, this has been the best stream of the year. I'm fired up, bro. I'm going to have to listen to it over again. LOL, what's going on? But I'm only going to be on for about maybe 7 more minutes, guys, and I got to jump in the shower and I got to wash my arse and I got to get to work. I don't even want to go, but I got to go. Go Lions, buddy. 100%, buddy. You laughing. Stephen A. Smith was dumping hardcore. Was he? Okay. Well, I haven't seen that one. I was watching earlier today, man, and I was watching, I think it was Jeff Saturday. He was doing his thing. He was talking about the Chiefs, man. They were talking about the Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. And, didn't see much about the Detroit Lions just yet, really. Like, obviously, it's going to be coming, but you know, man. I expect it. Lions being on Hard Knocks, you think that will happen? I don't know. I don't know, man. I think from last time I heard about that, I think I heard that the Lions and the Jets, was it the Jets, were kind of on their radar because there's been a few teams that haven't done it yet, and I know the Lions are one of them. The Jets have done it before, though. Was it Jacksonville, maybe? But I think the Lions are on that radar. I would hope we get to see a little bit of Dan Campbell on Hard Knocks. That would be special. Hard Knocks. I'll be pleasant. Aaron Glenn, those animals. Deuce Staley. That'd be great. Terrace McGriff. I think they should draft his brother. His brother, Lance McGriff. He's better. Lance McGriff. He plays long snapper. He's a long snapper, snaps the ball long. So they should draft him maybe in the second round, I think. Pat McAfee is pushing for the Lions on Hard Knocks. Oh, yeah. McAfee's a trip, man. I think that guy's hilarious. The guy, that man can't even sit down when he does his show. He's got to be on something. 100% he has to be on something doing that show. He's got to be doing rips or something. I don't know, man. That guy's a trip. Be wary of a guy that refuses to wear a normal shirt all the time. He's always got a tank top on. Be wary of those type of dudes. But I love McAfee. I think he's a trip, man. I think he's hilarious. Lance McGriff, the long snapper out of Appalachian State, man. I think he goes to Appalachian State. Second round guy, looks good. Coffee? Is he a coffee guy? I'm sure he's a coffee and cocaine or something, man. He's in the WWE. That's right, man. And he's great at it. He's great at announcing. He's hilarious. You got to go shirtless, Grid. You got to go shirtless, man. I've always been wary of guys that wear tank tops all the time. All the time. I'm nervous about those type of guys. Those guys make me nervous. I don't know what it is. Like a saucy military guy. He's you guys are hilarious. Yeah, he's an announcer on SmackDown. Yeah, he's funny. Sometimes he's a little too much, but he's perfect for the show. He's perfect for wrestling, and I think he's even gotten to the ring a couple times too. He's a big dude. He's not a small dude. Mary Jane, bro. It could be the Mary Jane. He's on that sativa. If he's doing that sativa, he's probably standing up full of anxiety for sure. We need hard knocks for future prospects. For sure, man. I hope we need the announcement to come soon. Mark seen my last video was hilarious on my catch. I gotta check it out, buddy. I remember old school WWE. Well, that's what I grew up on, man. I grew up on the WWE stuff, man. The WWF. That's what I grew up on, the WWF. I don't know if I could say that on here, but oops. But yeah, that's what I grew up on. He'd be smoking. Show probably. Hey, what's up, Patty Grind, man? What's up, man? Sorry, you might have to watch the repeat of this, my friend. I got to get in the shower. Raw. What about Devontae? Oh, at Raw. I don't know too much about Devontae Wilder. I got to check him out. D lineman from Georgia. I know Georgia's got that good D. But this has been a blast, guys. This has been a blast. I had my little rant about Tracy Walker, a little rant about Matthew Stafford in this friggin' organization. Should Detroit Lions draft Rice Pilaf from Uncle Ben University? Oh my God. Well, if it's not enough seasoning, if there's not enough seasoning in his moves, I'm not sure, man, if we should draft him, bro. He needs a little more seasoning, I think. I think he needs a little more seasoning, Rice Pilaf. I'm not a hobo. I just gotta get to work soon. I gotta jump in the shower. Go watch that Chris Farley. That's the funniest thing. Colombian Deke. You did what? Decaf crystals. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, man. I remember that one. And then he goes completely bananas and destroys everything. Rest in peace to Chris Farley, man. That's a good one. But that's it, guys. I had some fun, man. It's 3:00. I got to roll. Hopefully I can see you guys next Tuesday. I'll do another stream. It'll probably be during the day. But take it easy, guys. Have a good one. I'm out.